Kia ora whānau, here's another painted army to have a look at, my Minotaurs. And the goal with this was really just to paint up lots of Minotaur units I like. It wasn't much more to it than that. A few companies had released some really nice models, and I had a bunch from quite a few years ago. So I thought I'd just add to it and make enough to make a range of different forces. So the main bulk of the army are these 4 Minotaur units here. We have a unit there from Mierce miniatures. And here we have one which is it's Zealot in the front, and the rear rank they're actually Reaper miniatures. It's quite an expensive, bit smaller. And behind that, those 2 units are from Proxy Wars, and I had them arrive from Portugal. So it's good service. And then we've got some heroes, which I quite like, from Zealot. So there's these 2, a male and female one, with the double axes there. Nice models. And one with a great axe. Behind that, the matriarch there. And she's on a magnetized, oops, take that off, it's a magnetized base, so that she can be on a 40mm or 50mm base, which I'll explain shortly. And same with that one, which is a shaman-like model from Beasterium, I think. In the back we've got the, what do you call them? Big Minotaur giant things from Games Workshop. I can't remember the actual name. A couple of them, which you can make up in different ways with different options. And like a Hoodstone, that's from Zealot Miniatures. It's quite a cool model. And a little token there. Those are some Shadow Hounds there from Mantic. And winged hero, beastman sort of figure there. That's also from Proxy Wars. And behind a few more Minotaur heroes of various kinds. So for Kings of War, I thought I would make these modular so they could be used for several armies, just get a bit more versatility from them. It's a fair bit of work painting, so if you can get more variety from your gaming, it's always good. And the armies would be, I mean, obviously Herd has lots of these sort of units, the Beastman sort of army. Perhaps if they decide to follow the Night Stalker gods, that's another one, because they have the brutes, not brutes, what are they called, butchers and butcher flesh rippers. So that's another option. And the last thing I thought they could stretch to is ogres, especially ogre berserkers. That's quite Minotaur-y. And to cover those various options, obviously the Minotaurs and Minotaur heroes would be the brutes in the Herd army. Perhaps a Minotaur chariot with that guy at the back there. And the beasts of nature perhaps for some of the heroes. But then I thought for Night Stalkers I could use it for them too, with the butchers and butcher flesh ripper heroes, Shadow Hulks with those things, Portal of Despair with the inspiring token there to designate that, and a couple of Shadow Hound units. That was also why I made those casters there, the matriarch and the other one, to have the optional 50mm mana bases to be apparitions, the casters in their list. And lastly, if they were to be used as ogres, I thought, well, obviously some berserkers or similar models in there, berserker bullies, giants, and they'd go on 40s to be the 40mm bases to be the shamans. They can also have a hero carrying a bolt thrower or heavy crossbow ballista thing. So that model there is quite a cool model, and I wanted to use it, so that kind of inspired me for that as well. And of course the ogres get the mammoth, so this big dude on a rhino is quite a good substitute for that, I think. So yeah, that's the other option. However, their first outing for the Minotaurs in an actual tournament is actually going to be a Warhammer 6th edition nostalgia tournament. We've got a person here who runs one once a year in a pub, so I thought I'd give these a run in that. I never used that sort of army in that 15-20 years ago whenever it was played, but that should be entertaining. Alright then, thanks for watching again.